turn down roles that you deeply regret you turned down because it turned out to be much better than you ever imagined it could be?
Years ago, I had just, I was asked to do an improvisational movie by a crazy director named Robert Altman.
Yeah.
And the movie was MASH.
And you were asked to play the part of Hawkeye? Or?
No, I could have been Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, but I had just come off of another experience that was very similar to that, and I had been offered a play called Indians, which I did down at the Arena Theater, which later came to Broadway. So it was a conflict. But
and you chose stage over film at that time.
Particular moment, you know.
Yeah. And you regret it?
No, I don't. Yeah. I don't. But I think it's an interesting, you know, it's an interesting footnote in terms of my career that something can happen and I could have, maybe my career would have gone a different direction. But you can sit around all the time, you know, for hours and
say
days.
What if?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This role you play, Richard Jennings. I mean, he's a bad guy.
Well, he is a bad guy. I mean, he's a bad guy in the sense that most heroes or protagonists, or whatever you want to call them, anti-heroes in thrillers and in mysteries are nasty people. It's true of Sleuth, Death Trap, and certainly of Solitary Confinement. He gets his comeuppance. There's a certain charm, a certain, you know, Machiavellian charm, I guess, about Richard Jennings. But he is a nasty guy. He's a little bit like a Scrooge character in the sense that he really doesn't treat his entourage very well. And as a result of it, he gets his comeuppance.
Yeah. But is there some attraction for playing these kinds of characters?
Well, I think, you know, heavies and bad guys tend to, more often than not, have a certain freedom in terms of expression. You can let it hang out a little bit more, I think, when you're playing a nasty guy. One of the great things about Mike Hammer was that he was sort of in between a good guy, bad guy. He was a tough good guy.
Yeah, so he had redeeming values.
Yeah, he had redeeming values.
Somebody once said, and maybe it may be so basic, but what the trick to playing bad guys, if you wanted them to be memorable, was to find something good about them, some redeeming, some likable quality about them.
Exactly. I think that what you have to do is find out why they became the way they, bad. I mean, Iago, for example, is probably the blackest character that Shakespeare ever wrote. You know, and actors who have taken him on have found, I think, you know, why. They explore the why of how he got to be that way.
Has anybody ever come to you and said, Stacy, boy, when you were, 10, 15 years ago, we all thought you would be so this and this and this and this,